Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. You requested more recipes, so today we are going to be making a protein bagel. This is a fun recipe. It takes a long time because the dough has to rise, but it's a pretty fun recipe once the dough's risen to like make with kids and stuff like that. All you are going to need for this recipe is all-purpose flour, vital wheat gluten, salt, active dry yeast, sugar, oil, and water. My dear sweet husband got me this KitchenAid mixer for Christmas, so I'm very excited to do a recipe using it. But you can do this by hand. It's just gonna take a little bit more elbow grease. So first I'm gonna take the mixing bowl and I'm gonna put in hot water. This is about 110 degrees. Sugar, 3 tablespoons, and 1 tablespoon of active dry yeast. And I'm gonna put it in there and I'm gonna quickly mix it with a whisk. And I'm gonna let that sit for about 5 minutes until it is frothy. So using the hook attachment, I'm going to lower it and put it on low. And from here, I am going to add in 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of vital wheat gluten, and this is gonna be what gives it all of the protein. So you cannot make a gluten-free version of this. 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Now we're gonna let that run on low for about 8 minutes. If you're mixing this by hand, I would recommend using a wooden spoon and mixing it for about 8 minutes. You want it to be very tough and very stringy. So now what I am going to do is take the bowl, put a damp paper towel over it, and then cover this with saran wrap and let it sit for 2 hours. It should about double in size. Okay, so I just took the dough and punched it down, and then I'm gonna knead it in here for about 3 or 4 minutes. After that, I'm gonna cut it into 8 dough balls and put them on a cookie sheet, cover them with a piece of saran wrap, and let them sit for about 20 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna let these rest here for about 20 minutes or so. And in the meantime, I am going to boil a large pot of water with 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I just uncovered these, and now we have these round puffed up dough balls. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna smash them down a little bit. The more we knead these, the more dense the bagel is gonna be. And one of the things about having a protein bagel is it tends to be a bit fluffier than a regular bagel. So I'm gonna mash it down, get out some of the air pockets, and then I'm gonna take my thumbs and dig a little hole in between and go around and around like this. Now the hole itself is gonna shrink up after it's boiled and baked, so it's okay to make the hole pretty decently sized here. Now I'm going to do that to all 8 of them. Okay, so I'm just doing the last one here, and that will be all 8. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put them in the pot of boiling water for a quick 30 seconds on each side, and then put them on a cookie sheet lined with parchment paper. Meanwhile, we're preheating the oven to 350 degrees. These are gonna puff up to be quite large in the water, which is why they're just in there for quick, maybe even 20 seconds on each side. So this is what they look like when they come out of the water. We are not winning any aesthetic bagel awards here. We're gonna do that with all 8, and I'm gonna put them on 2 cookie sheets. So it's worth noting, this would be the point if you wanted to make garlic or everything or onion bagels while they're wet after they come out of the water. This is when you would want to dip them into the poppy seeds or whatever toppings you wanted to have, whatever flavor you want your bagel to be. Now is the time, but I just like them plain. Okay, so I have 2 trays that look like this. I'm going to put them in the oven at 350 degrees. So it has been 20 minutes. Because I had 2 pans, I switched their places halfway through. So here is what they look like. Monster bagels. So we're gonna let them cool. And you can see, even though they had big holes when we started, not so big now. So we're gonna let them cool. They're gonna deflate a little bit and then we will cut into them. So here we go. This is how big they are compared to my face. So they are a little bit softer than a regular bagel. I highly recommend that when you slice into them, you use a big serrated bread knife. Be very careful, please. Okay, so here we go. You get this huge bagel. You can make a sandwich out of it. I am gonna put tofutti cream cheese and jam on it. And the macros here are 30 grams of carbs, 26 grams of protein, and 2.5 grams of fat. All right, guys, so there you have it. We have protein bagels. I put tofutti cream cheese and low sugar strawberry jam on there. I'm about to have some breakfast, so thank you so much for tuning in. If there's any other recipes you want to see, I love making new stuff. Just leave it in the comments down below and I'll talk to you soon.